John Hart was a revolutionary patriot, a farmer, and most importantly, one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. He was born in Stonington, Connecticut around the year 1711 and came to New Jersey as a child with his parents. Though he had little formal schooling, he was taught to read, write, and do figures. His spelling was poor, but it didn't really matter to many people because very few people could even read at this time. He was of medium height with dark hair and light eyes. It was said he was very handsome in his youth. He had much common sense and was very well read in law, money, and business matters. He was said to have rode 30 miles on horseback to court Deborah Scudder, who he married in 1739. Around 1739, he bought Homestead Plantation, 193 acres of land on the north side of what's now Hopewell. Though he was Presbyterian, he donated a parcel of ground to the Baptists for them to build a church on in 1747. This made the Baptists in his favor, so they supported him when he ran for office. From then on, the area was known as Baptist Meeting House. In 1772, he became the largest landowner in Hopewell Township with over 600 acres of land. The next year he bought mills at Rocky Hill with grain mills, fulling mills, barns, buildings and residences, and orchards and fields. They were 1/3 owned and run by his son-in-law, John Polhemus. 1776 was a very busy year for John. First off, he was paid to sign the new notes issued as New Jersey money for the Western New Jersey Division of the Treasury. There were supposedly 25,000 notes signed. On June 22nd, he was elected to be one of the 5 delegates from New Jersey at the Second Continental Congress. And on July 4th, he signed the Declaration of Independence, the document which gave the United States its freedom from Great Britain. He pledged his life, fortune, and sacred honor in signing this document. After the signing, he left Philadelphia to take his seat in Princeton, New Jersey at the new state legislature, where he'd later be elected Speaker of the state. While he was there, however, his farm, livestock, grist mills, and property were destroyed by Hessian mercenaries. This caused Hart's wife to become ill. On October 5th, he went home to see his sick wife. He returned to the assembly on October 7th, only to be called home again the next day on October 8th. This was when his wife passed away. November 13th, General George Washington's army retreated across New Jersey because of the British troops advancing. Because of this, John Hart had to hide. He hid in forests, caves, even in a natural rock formation, all to avoid the British who were looking for him. This is a very uncomfortable thing to do for a grieving John Hart. On January 3rd, Washington's army won the Battle of Princeton, and the British and Hessians began to leave. John came out of hiding and called for the assembly to meet at Pittstown on the 22nd. On June 22, 1778, he invited the 12,000 men from the American army to camp on his front yard and even ate lunch with General Washington. 6 days later, the Battle of Monmouth was fought. On November 9th, John fell ill from kidney stones. He died in his home on May 11, 1779, at the age of 68.